Hello, this is Nick from Quit with Nick, quit smoking specialist, hypnotherapist. Now, I wanted to do a little video to just share with you, offer you some insights, just a few things to think about. If you've decided that you'd like to do hypnotherapy to help you quit smoking, it's important to do a little bit of research, but it's also helpful to have a bit of an idea of how much should it cost? How much should you pay? How much should it cost to do hypnotherapy to help you quit smoking? Now, it is a little bit like one of those how long's a piece of string questions, right? But I wanted to share with you a couple of things so you find the right person for you. No matter who it is you see, I wanted to share a couple of things that will help you know not only if you're seeing the right person, but if you're getting value for your money as well. Because, look, I mean, smoking is the most preventable cause of death in the world. It's a huge killer. And so typically the cost of a service, product or service, will be in direct relationship to how important it is to your life, how life-changing something is. If something isn't very life-changing or not very important, then your life isn't going to be rocked by that product or service. Well, typically the cost is pretty low. But on the other hand, if something is going to really change your life, then it will be higher. I guess the challenge with taking that leap to book and pay that what is usually a pretty high amount to quit smoking is that you're not sure if it's going to work, right? I mean, let's be honest, when someone contacts me and the first question is, how much does it cost? A few things come to mind. Firstly, if the money is the most important way that you're going to decide what method to use to quit, I know I'm not the cheapest out there, and that's because I've been doing it for a long time and I'm very confident in the results. I've seen up to this date, since 2008, I've seen over 3,000 clients. So, when you get good at what you do, you've seen a lot of people, you've had a lot of success, well then, typically the fee for that kind of expertise does go up. But from where you're sitting and standing, from your side of the fence, I can understand people may ask, well, how much does it cost? Because in your mind, you've probably got an amount of how much you're willing to pay to try something, but if it doesn't work, you'll be all right. You'll feel okay having at least tried it for that particular amount of money. And I totally get that. But here's a few things to consider. Firstly, when it comes to the cost of quitting, if you agree, and there's many things that can show that this is the case, that smoking is mainly a psychological dependency, it's mostly a game or a battle that is either won or lost in the mind, then you have to use psychology and mindset and use your mind to accomplish this goal of quitting, right? Now, here's the thing. If you have paid very little for a product or a service, chances are you're not as committed to it than if you paid a lot more. I mean, that's obvious, right? And I honestly believe this is part of the reason why patches, pills, gums, sprays, inhalers, vapors, all that stuff doesn't have as good a success rate, because they're relatively cheap. I mean, you can get a pack of patches at Woolies or Coles for like $20, So, look, like it or not, money keeps us committed. It's the skin in the game. If you had a $50,000 car or a $2,000 car, which one would you be more invested in looking after, maintaining? Money does keep us committed, So, in a sense, the rate of what a hypnotherapist is going to charge, in a way, if you're willing to pay that says something about your committedness to quitting. Now, of course, there's also very varying rates that hypnotherapists are charging out there. But it's important to just ask yourself, and look, all of them have probably got a number of success stories. So any one of hypnotherapists out there could get you a result. However, if someone is charging a pretty high rate, let's say some hypnotherapist is charging $1,000 for their program and another is charging $150, you got to ask yourself why. Why such a huge difference in the rate? You know what I mean? Like, it's important to ask certain questions. Have a look at their website. You can see immediately from their website if they specialize in quitting smoking. Have a look at their history, their experience. How long have they been doing it? Ask them some questions. You want to know as much as you can before you make the decision to see them and hand over your money. Be very careful of a walk-in, walk-out kind of service. There's no preparation, nothing for after the session. Come in, 60 minutes, it's done, out the door. There are people charging a heck of a lot of money for that 1 hour in, 1 hour out. Pop in, pop out, and here's my card if you need me. So it's important to compare apples with apples. Not every hypnotherapist gets the same result. Not every hypnotherapist does their thing in the same way. Even though they may have been trained by the same organization, they may have gone through the same process of training, but how they work, how they do what they do, their level of committedness to you, your result, the post-session support and contact. Will the hypnotherapist be in touch with me after the session to just check in on me? One simple little thing that most hypnotherapists, unfortunately, are just not doing, because they're not that confident in the result they're going to get you. So here's my card. You call me if you need me, and if I don't hear from you, you're probably doing okay, and I'll add you to my success rate because I haven't heard back from you. These are the things to consider, because at the end of the day, it's going to cost you more in the long run if you're paying small amounts to try to quit and it's not working for you. In the long run, it's just cost you more money to quit. So do your research, interview the hypnotherapist, have a look at what their program involves. Is it a holistic program? Is there preparation? Is there post-session support? All of that kind of thing will make a big difference when you're trying to decipher and determine who should I see. Ask if they've got a payment plan, if they're willing to help you out, if that kind of money up front is a problem. But for most of my clients, what I charge is less than a month's worth of cigarettes. If you're a pack-a-day smoker spending anywhere between $20 to $30 a day, that's anywhere from $150 to over $200 a week. So, you have to put things into perspective. But that's very secondary compared to your health, of course, So I hope this has helped. Feel free to share this video with anyone who you know that might be thinking about hypnotherapy as well, no matter where they are in the world. It will give them some tips and advice on how to find the right person. I care a lot about this industry of hypnotherapy. There's enough misconceptions out there, rather than the people doing it adding to that. And it's important that as many people get results from this type of modality. That way, it spreads in terms of the reputation of hypnosis. So this is Nick from Quit with Nick. Take care to your health. Bye.